Okay, so today we're going to be working on the texture of our crocodile. So last time, which was a long time ago, we wove the back of the crocodile. This is kind of going to be the body. Today we're going to start with the tail. So you're going to get a long rectangle like this. You are going to fold it just slightly on one end. So you're lining up those two corners. Do you see that? You're lining up those two corners and you're just making a bend just in that part of the rectangle. So when you open it up, you can see where the middle point of your crocodile is. So what I'm going to do now is you're going to take a pencil. I'm going to take a marker so that you can see it. And I'm going to put a line right there. That's going to be the tip of my crocodile tail. So what I'm going to do is you don't have to draw a line, but I'm going to draw a line, and it can be bumpy because remember the crocodile tail is very, very bumpy. And I think I'm going to end it right about there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Crocodile tail, very, 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 very bumpy. I want to end it in about the same place. I ended it here on this side and I ended it here on that side. I hope you can see that. So now I'm going to start cutting. So I'm going to take the point, and I don't need to follow exactly my curved tail parts. I just need to know that it's going to be bumpy. So I'm making it bumpy and I'm kind of following the line. Kind of. I don't have to follow the line exactly. I'm just kind of, I know it has to be bumpy. Now, if you want your tail to go all the way down there with the bumps, I would highly suggest that. So you're just going to go right along the edge. You're going to keep it the same distance apart, go all the way down the edge and make it bumpy the whole way there. I'm going to throw this thing out. That's garbage. Then I'm going to take this side. I'm going to go in bumps down this side. Now it's going to end right there soon, but just like last time, I'm going to go all the way down the paper with my bumps. I'm just going to keep it right next to the edge, but keep it bumpy all the way down. And there's my tail, my crocodile tail. I throw these two pieces out, they're garbage. Okay, so now I have to attach it to my body. There are two ways to do this. Excuse me. You can do it with tape, and I'm going to put tape on the back. The back is the part without my name on it. Ooh, my table's dirty. I could tell from this getting on my tail, my brand new tail. You can do it with tape right like that on the back, or I will come by, you can just raise your hand, I will come by with a stapler and I will staple that tail on there for you. Once you do that, then you are ready for this cool stuff. So what we're going to be doing with this stuff is we're going to be creating a simulated texture. So this paper is all flat, but we want to make it look like it has bumps and ridges and everything like that. So simulated means it looks like it has the texture. So I'm going to take this. This is a piece of eraser, and I'm going to dab it in both paints, the yellow and the green. And then I'm going to just tap, tap, tap on the other side. And now I'm going to put it on my croc, wherever I want to put it on my croc. On the checkerboard area, I'm going to tap back on the place where I first tapped it to get more paint on there. And I'm going to go, go, go. It's better if you have a pattern on this checkerboard part. I'm going to get a little bit more paint to put it on that part. So I got a little bit more paint. This is the first time I'm getting a little bit more paint, and I'm putting it on that other part to dab, dab, dab. And going all the way across there. Okay. If I want to use this on the tail, I can also do that. So I'm dab, dab, dabbing right now, and I'm going to just randomly put it on the tail. The tail does not have to be a pattern at all. It can be whatever you want it to be. Just random. Gonna go back, get more paint. Random printmaking. So can you see how that already creates a little bit of a texture? It doesn't look like it's smooth right here. It looks like it has a couple of bumps. I'm gonna put this over in the used section over here. Maybe I'm gonna get this next. It's some kind of a top, and I'm going to press it in to the paint, and maybe I wanna go like this. Ooh, that's nice. You could do just one color. I just like how two colors look. So I like doing two colors. Look, I did 7 before I had to go back and re-dip into the paint. Very nice. Okay, so maybe I want to put some of these. Ooh, this has like a bubble on it now. Maybe I want to put this over here. Whatever you want to do with it is absolutely okay. Okay, so maybe I want to use something else now. Maybe I want to use this straw. So I can dip in this for the straw. Maybe I want to put a little dot inside the big dot. That's too little. It's not really working that well for me. Yeah, it kind of looks like a bullseye. Remember, all of this is wet, so if you put your hand on a part that's wet, then it's just gonna smear, so try not to do that. And maybe I wanna go and do some kind of pattern right here. Remember, this part should be some kind of pattern. Some kind of pattern. So I'm going on the outside of the rectangle and making that pattern. And right here. That one was kind of hard, the straw. For an easier one, I can do this one. It's just a Q-tip, so I'm just gonna use the end of the Q-tip, and maybe I'm just gonna do one color this time, and maybe I will go on the outside of that, and it makes a bigger dot. I like that. That's neat. I have to dip back in every 4 that I do for this one. So for different ones, you have to dip back in more often than you did for other things. And that's fine. That's pretty good. Okay, so one of the things I have on here is this wire. Now this wire can be made into anything. So let's say you want, I don't know, a heart maybe? Let's shape this into a heart. Make sure that you have a handle kind of thing for it, but that is a heart with a handle on it. And now I can dip that into the paint and put it wherever I want to put it. Let's see if this works. Might not. Oh, I have to kind of roll it to make it work. That's kind of a heart. That was neat. Let me move the heart down a little bit. Okay, now I got all messy. But that's okay. Here's a heart. Could also look like scales. And since we're doing crocodiles, scales are awesome. So these are just some ideas of what you can do with your crocodile. I could just use a piece of cardboard and make lines or X's with my piece of cardboard. So there's lots of things that you can do. In fact, let me go find a piece of cardboard so I can show you that. Okay, so here I have a piece of cardboard, and I'm going to go into the green only, I think. And so now I'm going to do X's because I like X's. Oops. That kind of went down, but it still looks cool. Ooh, so that looks really neat. I really like the way that looks, actually. So I'm just going to do my patterns all across here. And hopefully it will look like it has a texture. So you think of what you want to do. Maybe you just want to do like a zigzag going down the alligator to give it some. It actually does have 2 ridges that go down its tail in real life. So that's pretty cool that I would be doing a zigzag all the way down the tail. And it just gives it a simulated texture. Simulated texture. Texture is what? Do you guys remember what texture is? How something... If you said how something feels, you are correct. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so maybe I'll go here with this texture. I really like this piece of cardboard. This piece of cardboard is very good. Gives a good texture. Really gives the sense of those ridges that's down a crocodile's tail. So I hope you have some ideas about how you want to do texture. We are printmaking today and creating simulated texture. So I hope that is something that you're going to have fun with. I got a little messy, but look at my hands. They're not too messy. Hopefully you're not too messy either. When you are done, you are going to put this on the drying rack. Everybody is going to have one shelf to themselves, and their tail is probably going to be hanging off the side, which is just fine. So look, there's my whole tail if you want to see it. Whole tail of texture. I probably could use some more stuff in here. So if I had more time, I would probably work on that. So have fun, guys. So I just wanted to come in here and say that an accidental thing that people sometimes do is that they don't print make, but they more like paint. So if I'm print making, let me get it a little bit closer here. If I'm print making, I have something with ink or paint on it right here, and I am going to press it into the paper. Press once, lift. There's a little hair or something. Press once, lift. Press once, lift. That is print making. Now, some people, they just see a Q-tip and they're like, oh, I'm gonna color this in and it's gonna be like that. That's painting. So we are not painting today. We are print making. We're just pressing. We're using the shape that our tool is, and we're pressing and lifting, pressing and lifting, pressing and lifting. Okay, so do not just take it and use it like a paintbrush. It is not a paintbrush. We're not painting today. We're just print making. So you can press and lift, press and lift, press and lift.